All right. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, good morning. I guess it's good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening, depending where you are, depending when we release this. My name is Josh Jacko. I'm your host for This Week in Sports, and I'm here with my producer extraordinaire, Caleb Jacko, the man who fucked up on the last 3 recordings because he had a simple switch off. This motherfucker had one job, and we recorded for like 20 minutes, and this guy had it on the laptop recording, not these mics that we bought. He had it on the laptop. Like, what? That's a mistake I would make. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. This is the producer. This guy doesn't even know what he's doing.
Listen, it happens.
Okay, yeah, it's
I, I,
episode.
I I had the backup mics going, and they were on the backup mic. Yeah.
He's calling it an honest mistake. I can't let him live it down. This is the producer. He fucked up. But in your defense, I can't even call you a producer. It's episode 3. So maybe you'll get your credentials as a producer one of these days.
Yeah. Well, listen, I think it's actually a saving grace because the original recording we had, not only was the sound quality bad, I think even worse was your commentary.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So hopefully, maybe this time it'll be a little better.
No. I'm two beers deeper. This is going to be even worse as you hear the neutral crack.
All right, folks, we're off the rails.
Yeah, this is it. This is it. Here we go. So I go to the liquor store, right? To pick this fucking producer that doesn't even know what he's doing up some booze. I'm at the liquor store. This is the liquor store, my neighborhood liquor store. We talked about deals. I talked about deals with the owner of it. And you know what I talked about deals? The martini extraordinaire. These martinis are frozen drinks. They're like the Palm Bays that are frozen. They're like the Mike's Hard that are frozen, but they're martinis with red wine and fruit juices.
And
The
they're better.
best. They're way better. And I've been on them for like the last like 2-3 weeks. That's why I've been drinking a lot of slushes because it kind of replicates it in a way. But these are the best. And one of the last times I went into my neighborhood liquor store, I asked the owner, I'm like, can you work me a deal if I bought 6 of these? And he's like, yeah, because he knows me. I've been there all the time. So he gave me a wicked deal. So as I'm getting that deal in the liquor store tonight, finally I cash in on that deal because I've been talking about it with the owner for I don't know the last 3 times I seen him. I'm sitting there. It's like 1:45 a.m. I'm sitting there as I'm trying to pay. The cops walk in. Dun dun
Whoa,
dun.
what are they even doing in the liquor store? What are they picking up for later?
Here's what it is. These guys end up being the cops that train the pups, the canine units,
Okay.
and they're training them somehow. This is like I'm talking to him while I'm waiting for Buddy to go because I he had 5 that are frozen,
Yeah.
and he went to go grab a thawed one, right? A
Oh yeah.
thawed
Yeah.
martini in the back. And as he's running back, I'm like kind of bullshitting to these 2 cops. They're like in their gear. They look like fucking GI Joes. Like they got their boots rolled up. They're fucking. They look like they're about to fucking invade fucking Iraq again, Afghanistan. They're about to go in, right? And they're picking up ice, like ice at the because I guess that's the only place these motherfuckers can get ice. And they
I
said,
mean, 7-Elevens are 24/7.
right? I
Whatever,
don't
right?
know. Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't want to be heat bag or something. But just bullshitting with them like, you guys gonna put this on the Edmonton credit card or what? Talking about my booze, and I'm like, what are you guys buying ice for? I asked them because they had a couple blocks of ice. They're like, this is the way to keep the meat cool for their dogs in a cooler, I guess. So they're training them all night. Because what happens when I get out of the liquor store? I see a van open. I thought I was about to get kidnapped. They fucking throw the van open, the door open, this big huge van. It looks like it's a fucking SWAT unit in there. It looks like a fucking nerd's van.
Like the paddy wagon, or just like a
No,
unmarked
like a
van?
a normal white van. They open it up, and there's other GI Joes in there too, next to a bunch of like computer equipment and whatnot. And I could only assume there's some fucking dogs in the back there. I'm like, oh shit! And they literally parked right behind me. Well, I was parked right in front of the liquor store after going to West Edmonton Mall, Bourbon Street, after going to Naomi's. after, playing some COD at Naomi's.
I didn't know your night was that long. Damn.
Oh, it was a long night. It was a long night, brother. But I came back here to record this for you two listeners. And shout out to the 3 listeners. For the early listeners, I have an idea for them. I have an idea for these early listeners. I'm going to do a giveaway.
All right. So what happened with these cops here?
Well, I left the. What, we just gonna blow off the giveaway? This is a big thing. I'm gonna do the giveaway.
All right, folks, stay tuned for the giveaway later. We gotta give this something to come back for.
All right,
We gotta make sure they listen to the whole thing.
But it won't be a giveaway tonight. But if you listen, there'll be a giveaway. But what happened to these cops is I walked out. That's when I seen them open the door because these cops were behind me, right? Just like paying for their ice. I felt fucking sketched out, right? What are you gonna do when cops are like, and this guy's giving you a deal on martinis and shit?
Yeah.
Right. So I see these cops, and I'm sketched out pulling out of there. And they come out at the same time as me, and they peel right to the side of me. Thank God. Like they go way faster, like exiting the parking lot or the side, because we're all parallel parked. They exit, like they pass me. Thank God. And I start like cruising after them, but it was a huge sigh of relief because I was like, damn, I was this close. Not only because I was,
a little buzzed.
I don't like putting it that way. I like putting it like I had a drink. Right? So, and also your boy's Indian, right? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Right? I've got the bad end of the stick 90% of the time when it comes to cops. And it's unfortunate, but that's the truth.
Yeah.
So that's another reason why my heart was beating. But the reason why I was able to kind of calm my nerves, I was peeling out of there, or not peeling, but driving out of there, is because I was able to talk to the cops in the liquor store for a little bit, and I could tell, like I love talking to cops because I could just fuck with them, and I wasn't fucking with them, but I was able to talk to them like normal people, right? Because most people get intimidated by them, but I've talked to so many cops over my life because they fucked with me so many times, and I'm able to talk to them almost like less than people.
Right.
But I have respect for people. So it's not like that. I still have respect for them. But I always like to, if you're a really intelligent person and you look at the transcript of what I say to them, you can see some underlying tones of fuck these people, but I do it in a pro way. And I'll leave that in there. I don't give a fuck. Episode 3. Do this week in sports. Montreal lost. Of course. Right? Yeah. Tampa was the better team. Let's get real. Tampa was the better team.
They're a good team.
Back-to-back champions. First time since Pittsburgh did it about 4 or 5 years ago. Tampa is the best team in the league. That's why our cousin Earl Piche, shout out Earl, you fucking suck at NHL. That's why he picks Tampa Bay when we play NHL, because he can't beat me with any other team. He still can't even beat me with fucking Tampa sometimes. And if he does beat me, it's because he's Tampa. They were the better team. One note that I did take down though from the first period of the game, everyone knows the result of the game. Everyone knows the Conn Smythe winner, Vasilevsky. Everyone knows all that. But one thing that I found really, really funny at that game, I think it was in the first period, the Tampa fans really showed how U.S. fans are to hockey. They were really emotional. We're all emotional as fans, but they're over emotional because the refs missed a penalty call, and they started a chant, "Refs, you suck! Refs, you suck!" Here's the funny thing: Tampa Bay was on the power play at that time while they were chanting that.
So they already got favor from the refs.
Yeah, and they're chanting, "Refs, you suck! Refs, you suck!"
Classy.
Well, it just shows you like that would never ever happen in Canada.
Well, we're known for being pretty polite too. So.
Well, and not just that, we're just more knowledgeable at the sport.
Yeah,
that's why like tickets. Oh my God, tickets in Montreal for a Stanley Cup final game were 5 figures. In Tampa, you could get in the building for, I don't know, $400 American.
It's almost cheaper to like. No,
Fly
it
there.
is cheaper to fly down
No,
there.
it's a fact. It is fly.
Yeah.
That's why you've seen so many Canadian fans in Amalie Arena. I believe it's called. Sorry, and but yeah, they had a packed house in Tampa. We didn't have a packed house here in Canada, in Montreal, Quebec. Um, I don't know why. Most people are vaccinated, as are many people in the States. Um, it would have been nice to have a packed house. I don't know if it would have made a difference. It might have, but that's too late now. The Tampa Bay Lightning, congratulations to them. They're the best team this year. Back-to-back championships. Shout out Patrick Maroon, 3-time champ in 3 years. Patty Maroon. I don't know if you remember, Caleb. He used to play for the Oilers.
I don't remember. No.
Oh shit, he was actually on our team when we made a run in 2017. We made it to the second round, so he got some playoff experience under his belt then. And then in 3 years ago, he won the Stanley Cup with the St. Louis Blues, which is I still can't believe it. During that year, it was 2018, the turn of 2018, they were the worst team in the NHL, literally the worst team in the NHL, and they turned it around and won the Stanley Cup in like 4 months. Next year, Patty goes to Tampa, wins the Cup here in Edmonton, actually, because of the bubble. So this is actually the second Cup in a row that came to Canada, and we had a chance. Canadian teams didn't have a chance to win it, but there was 2 years in a row that the Cup actually traveled across the border, if you don't want to count the Hockey Hall of Fame. Anyways, Patty Maroon won it last year with the Tampa Bay Lightning, and he won it this year with the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's 3 times in a row. Patrick Maroon, the hat trick of Stanley Cup champions. It's never happened in our lifetime, and so congrats to him. Congrats to the Tampa Bay Lightning. They were the better team. They should have won. Carey Price was probably the best player of Montreal, of the Montreal Canadiens. You got to give props to Montreal to making it that far. I was really, really, really hoping that they would make it all the way and somehow string together 4 wins. They weren't able to. Like I said, Tampa was just the better team, and they deserved to win. So congrats to them. In other news, the NBA Finals have been entertaining as fuck to me because little did anyone know the Phoenix Suns are the team to beat. Not only did they beat the Milwaukee Bucks in Game 1, 118-105, in which game Chris Paul, I think he had 32 that night. Chris Paul, he's been in the NBA for like 16 years, and this is his first NBA Finals appearance. He went off Game 1. But what's even more impressive and slightly more disappointing, even more disappointing, is Giannis, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the MVP, reigning MVP of the league, Giannis Antetokounmpo. He went off tonight in Game 2 for the Milwaukee Bucks. This tall ass, huge ass motherfucker. This guy had 42 points tonight. I couldn't believe it. He went off.
Wait, what's his name again?
Shit. It sounds like I'm Mary Poppins. It's Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's Giannes ANT. You don't know how to spell. And he had 42 points tonight. Here's the funny thing, though, and the sad thing. They lost. This guy had almost half their points. They lost. 118. 2 games in a row, Phoenix scored 118. They scored 118 points. And it was even by a bigger margin tonight. It was 118, 108. The Phoenix Suns are up 2-0 in the NBA Finals against the Milwaukee Bucks. I say fucking Phoenix in 5. Done. MLB. Your boy Vlad's going off All-Star game next week. I'm excited. Here's the only thing. Vlad's not competing in the home run derby. I hate it. This guy should be competing, but I understand why he's not. 2 years ago, this guy, as like a 20-year-old, this guy hit 91 home runs in one evening. 91 home runs. Anyone who is listening, if you can hit 92 home runs in one evening, I will pay you money. I will pay money to see that. I will get money from people for you to do that. This guy hit 91 home runs in one evening. Broke MLB records, like just through the roof. It wasn't even close. Here's the thing, and here's why I understand why he's not doing the home run derby this year. It's because of Vlad. After that spectacular performance at the All-Star game 2 years ago, in his first All-Star appearance, he was young, obviously, right? His game slightly fell off a little bit during the end of the year. So I can understand why he bowed out of this year's home run derby. But shit, this dude better be in next year's home run derby because this guy can crank it. I'm pretty sure I said it in previous podcasts. His father, Vladimir Guerrero Sr., was my favorite player when he played. And now his kid is my favorite player still. Like, that's a blood of like some amazing ball players. Like, damn.
Gotta bottle it.
You gotta bottle that shit. Drink that. Like, where do I buy a bottle of that blood? I'll fucking drink that shit right now. I don't give a fuck. Man, I wish. That's just pure talent, right? Like, that's in the genes. That's in something. Like the water they're drinking down in the fucking DR or some shit. But the great thing about Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and that's why, and the reason why I want to get his jersey is because he's a Canadian citizen. He was born in Canada. He grew up in the DR, but he was born here when his dad was playing for the Montreal Expos. Represent. Canadian love. Even though, our country was made on a bunch of bullshit. But what do you do now? You got to take advantage of it. You got to represent for the people that grew up here, that put their heart into this country, that represent them at the Olympics, Tokyo Olympics, happening in like a week. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun to cover.
Well, all of us are watching it on TV. There's no fans in the stands now.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah, no fans in the stands.
Because I heard something about that. I thought they were gonna have some fans from Japan in the stands.
No, the news came out today that no fans in the stands at all, just because the outbreaks in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what do you expect? There's so many people there.
Yeah.
There's so many people there.
Well, you know what? I envy the people that have 8K televisions because that's broadcast. The first major event broadcast in 8K, filmed with 8K cameras. So
that's like on the precipice of all that we know.
Yeah.
What is 8K for those that don't know?
That's 8 times the resolution of full HD. So that's double the resolution of a 4K television.
So all your 4K TVs, they ain't shit anymore.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you have an 8K television, it'll be like you're there. It'll be like a window.
That's incredible, eh?
Yeah.
Could you imagine watching the 100-meter dash?
It'd be nuts.
I got to shout out, if we're doing a sports broadcast, Andre DeGrasse, the man, if you guys remember, the last Summer Olympics, was running toe-to-toe with Usain Bolt. And obviously lost to Usain Bolt the last Olympics DeGrasse competed in. But he did get silver next to Usain Bolt. And he is Canadian. So this is going to be fun the next couple of weeks. And here's the funny thing. I was actually thinking about, like, okay, so NBA's done, NHL is done. NBA is going to be done in probably the next week. But the Olympics are about to start.
Yeah, I mean, we were planning on going on to like this week in sports as being a weekly thing, but with the Olympics coming up, and we have to be a couple times a week to recap everything going on.
Yeah, definitely for the Olympics. But
yeah.
The funny thing is, shit, we were supposed to go to Montreal with this whole thing.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Montreal had their run. Maybe they'll get better next year. The divisions are going to go be set back to normal. That's what all intents and purposes point to. Like it's going to go back to time zones mostly, right?
Yeah.
Because it's hard to have a Canadian division just based on time restraints, right? If the Oilers are facing Toronto in Toronto, then it's going to be an earlier game or a later game for them, right? So that's the main reason why it's divided into the divisions that they are.
Right.
And that's why the East Coast teams have less travel and some would say an advantage because they have to travel less.
Because they go
Just real close, right? Like
yeah.
There's so many teams within a small area compared to the Western teams.
Yeah.
But that's no excuse if you're a professional athlete, right?
And they travel with the sun if they're flying west.
Yeah, this guy's getting real scientific. That's going to be for Jackos science.
No, but I mean in like in playoff games, if they're facing a west team and they fly to their area, they're flying with the sun. They lose no time.
They lose some time because they don't travel as fast as the rotation of the Earth.
But
holy fuck, yeah. So if we lost some of you, it's because Caleb's trying to break down the rotation of the Earth.
No, hold on. We can cut this out. I'm pretty sure they travel faster than the rotation of the Earth.
No, the rotation of this 19,000 kilometers an hour.
Okay, well, yeah, no, obviously not. But I mean, like,
don't cut this out.
When they're traveling, don't cut this out. They're traveling what from like L.A. to New York.
It's slower, yes, but it's slightly because the rotation is so fast. But
so if they get on the plane at like 5, they're still getting off the plane at like 5 in New York.
You know what big difference it makes? It's when you have a 15-hour flight.
Wait, I'm thinking the opposite actually.
No, when you have like a more than half a day flight, that's when it makes kind of a difference.
I'm cutting this all out. Fucking go on.
Do not cut this out. This is good.
People, you don't know. You don't even listen to these.
Yeah, no one's even listening to any of this. If
especially you don't listen to these, so you won't even know if I cut this out.
Please don't cut it out. This is good. Because I got some shout-outs to do. I got some shout-outs.
You got more news to do, buddy. I
got more news. Oh, yes. The biggest news. Sorry, y'all. Denis Shapovalov, Canadian representative at the Wimbledon tennis tournament, or whatever they call it. I don't even know what it's called, tennis. Who covers tennis? No one. I'm just shouting out our Canadian. He is about to go off. What time is it? He's about to go off in like 4 hours' time in London in the semifinals. If Shapovalov wins this, he's going to the final, and that's what we're all going to watch. And that's when This Week in Sports will happen. Is after that, because that's huge for Canadian athletics. And whenever I see a Canadian athlete go that far, you gotta have pride in that. Like, damn, good for you, man. So Denis Shapovalov at Wimbledon semifinals today. I can't even say tonight. It's today.
Young guy too.
Super young. This guy's got oh my goodness, the future on him is through the roof. I remember. I just realized that I missed out on a lot of MLB news. Shohei's been going off. Shohei Ohtani. Vladimir Guerrero, obviously, killing it. All-Star game happening next week. Hopefully, we can get an episode or two in around that time. Because, damn, the Toronto Blue Jays, for the first time in, I think, ever, they have 4 players at the Summer Classic. So it couldn't be a better time to be a Blue Jays fan. I am super excited for the Blue Jays. The only thing that's kind of iffy with me is their pitching. That's the only reason why they're 8.5 back from first place, and they're 4 games back from the wild card is their pitching, because their batting and their offense is like second in majors in a lot of categories, and all the categories that matter. And in some categories first, they're all like top 5. So their offense is there, but when it comes down to it, like in hockey, goaltending, in baseball, it's pitching. If you don't have good pitching, doesn't matter how many runs you score. If you give up more, that's it. So they're trying to leak. They're trying to clog some holes with some acquisitions. They traded my boy Rowdy to Les, and I'm about to get Rowdy tonight, like a Les. I don't know. That was a bad one. I think I had a better one last time. When I was just talking shit about Rowdy. Rowdy's what a name. Who names their kid Rowdy? I fucking love it. Anyways, he got traded though, and we got a couple pitchers to clog some holes, defensive or not defensively, but in the pitching, in the bullpen, and also one of the guys could be in the rotation. So hopefully that'll help. Because if we had some good pitching, if we had as good pitching as we had offense, we would be probably first in the majors. But we are about halfway through the season. The Summer Classic is coming up. And this is a huge time for us. The next series, the next 2 series that we have before, or next series actually now when this will come out, the next series that we have is huge. If you can win that series, then maybe the front office will have some confidence into adding a couple more pieces to the Blue Jays lineup. So, as a recap for This Week in Sports, Episode 3, not going to Montreal.
We're going to the next best place, though.
Where are we going?
Cold Lake, Alberta for Treaty Days.
Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, I know we'll have a good time. Montreal, can you say that they gave it their best? No, we can't say that.
We can't say that.
But
we looked at each other. Not in the final, not in the Stanley Cup final.
Okay.
The same could be said, though. I'm an Oilers fan. The same could be said for the Oilers, though.
Well, the same could be said for them every year.
That's too soon.
Sorry.
2 months, I don't give a fuck, man. That's too soon.
Now we're going to go to Cold Lake. We're not going to Montreal. We're going to try and transition this podcast here to a weekly update about sports, but with the Olympics coming up, it might be a few times a week.
Yeah.
But expect This Week in Sports to actually be weekly at one point.
Well, that's why we call it This Week in Sports. We release it on the most. We release it usually after the biggest thing that happens in North American sport, right? Fuck, I don't give a fuck about England beating Switzerland and this shit. Like, I don't live there, right? That's on the other side of the world.
Listen, I'm holding on to England versus Switzerland. Like, that's my entire focus.
Okay, well, Caleb will give you some updates maybe in between, but until then, we're not going to Montreal. We might go to Cold Lake. We're going to Cold Lake, and also Calgary Stampede. Shout out to all the people that are living in Calgary and all the people listening to Calgary. By all the people, I mean probably like maybe one, and I know who you are. Shout out to Amy. If you're listening, I love you. And if you guys want a giveaway, this is how we're going to start it.
All right, here's the giveaway that we've been all waiting for from the start of the episode.
Well, we're not giving it away today. What do you think we are? This is episode 3.
No, I mean this is the start of the giveaway. Like, this is the announcement.
We're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do keywords.
I don't know what the fuck you're signaling right now. We're gonna cut this all up, bro. What the fuck is happening?
Is a keyword the good way to go about it? I think a keyword's good.
I think you just came up with this idea like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
We're not...
No. I actually thought about it like months before. Like, we should actually have, keywords would be the best way to do it. You do like 5 keywords, right? And then if someone messages all of them to us, then we'll put it in a hat, and then we'll give them a fucking gift card to somewhere. Or we'll e-transfer these motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck.
We're gonna spend like half our budget on,
On a fucking
giving away
contest.
prizes.
All right. That's how we're gonna do it. Half our budget to some keywords. Okay.
Sure.
So-
First keyword.
First
is,
keyword is I gotta write this down, so I know the keyword.
Yeah, and God knows we're gonna forget it tomorrow. You're gonna look at your notes tomorrow and be like, "What the fuck's a keyword?"
Okay, so we're gonna have some keywords. So we're gonna do 5 keywords, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 5 keywords from here on till episode 8.
First keyword is neutral spelt.
No, that's too complicated.
What do
Because
you
that's not
mean?
even. You're gonna actually spell it neutral.
Yeah.
How's it spelled?
NUTRL.
Oh, so not even actual neutral. That's what I mean. That's not how you spell neutral.
What does it matter?
This is a keyword. It's supposed to be a word.
I'm cutting this out.
No. This is good. No, this will actually go for the listeners. If you're an actual listener, here's what it is. That neutral shit is not an actual keyword. This is legit. We're gonna do 5 keywords. Episode 8 will be the last keyword. Episode 9 or 10, we're gonna give away. What are we gonna give away? An e-transfer?
No, we're gonna give away a $50 West Edmonton Mall gift card.
I was thinking 25, but
$2 $25.
all right.
Well, no, we're
No,
gonna
50.
cut all that. Cut all that shit
No,
out.
cut none of that out. $50 gift card. I like that. $50 gift card to Wham because I was there tonight with Naomi, so it's working. Wham gift card.
And we'll choose a winner the first episode of August.
No, because it's gonna be episode 9. I
don't
said
think
episode 9. We're gonna choose the winner.
you don't. It's like the 9th of July. You don't think that we're gonna?
So my producer's trying to take control of the show here. What's gonna happen here?
Someone's got to.
Someone's got to get it done, right? No. Here's what's gonna happen.
Tomorrow, I have to spend all day
No,
editing this.
No, you're not. You're gonna leave this all in.
Such a mess,
Caleb, you're gonna leave all of this in. Because if you're actually
I'm not leaving any of this in.
No, you know why you're gonna leave all of this in?
All right.
Because if you're actually listening right now, the keyword is the first keyword to this contest is center. And you're gonna have to spell it the way I spell it, the Canadian way. CNTRE.
CNTRE.
Yes.
CNTRE.
CENTRE.
See how much work I have ahead of me tomorrow to cut all this shit up.
All right. So no E then.
No, end this. End my suffering. Give an outro. Fuck.
No, because I don't even know where we're at here. How much minutes we got here?
Dude, I'm gonna spend like
How many minutes do we have here?
We have like 33 minutes.
That's good. Just leave it.
No, this podcast is 34 minutes. This podcast, after I cut everything out, is gonna be like 15 minutes long with the amount of bullshit in it.
No.
It's gonna take me all day tomorrow to edit this.
No, this is how you wean out the bullshit right here. Because this is the actual keyword. Number one keyword.
No, don't do this to me.
It's middle.
MD.
That's why you got to keep it all in. MID. D. No. Obviously, everyone knows how to spell middle. MIDDLE. Okay, so that's the first keyword. Next fucking podcast. We're not even like at this point. It's serious. You write down middle. That's the first keyword. I crossed out that other shit. You probably heard it. I don't know what Caleb's gonna do with the editing software here. I say keep it all, Caleb. But the first keyword is middle.
You're ruining my life, man. This is like
Just let it play. Who gives a fuck, man?
The whole thing?
Why not? Because, like I said, that's how you wean out the bullshit. If you want a fucking $50 West Edmonton Mall gift card, you fucking right down middle.
There's literally 2 people that are vying for it.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
All right.
So what? If no one gets it, I got a $50 gift card. I don't give a shit.
Oh, we're splitting that if no one goes for it. All right.
You're the one who
Folks,
fucking
one last time. MIDDLE. There's your code word.
first keyword. That's
And,
actually legit.
Well, thank you, Josh, for that update on sports.
Yeah.
I was just riveted
I
by
know.
the
We were all over the
information.
place. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Just hitting my face.
Yeah,
What
just
a-
getting right fucked up. I mean, I had to follow up your fuck up with the simple switch.
That's true.
But-
Not my proudest moment.
We made it work, and so this is episode 3 of This Week in Sports. I'm your host, Josh Jackos. Thank you for listening. If you actually listened, you better write that down. And if you actually listened, we have to give you something, because we're probably in the negative listeners by now.
We didn't even give them how to enter.
No, you write it down. I told him write it down. We'll tell him that the next.
Right. And
Yeah.
then
And then we'll give you a way to enter.
All right, I'll cut that out.
No, cut it out, man. Who gives a fuck?
This whole audio is going up raw.
It's going up raw. I would love
Yeah.
that.
We're
would
not
love
even gonna spit on it, yo. It's just going up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just write up it. No, just write down the code word. And honestly,
And then in a couple episodes, you collect those code words, and then we'll tell you how to enter them.
exactly, it's not gonna be hard. There's this thing called the internet. I barely know anything about it. That's why I'm talking to this mic like a fucking behemoth. But thank you for listening. I'm Josh Jacko. He's Caleb, and this is the Jacko Show, and this has been This Week in Sports.